So in Pat's hospital, which I and we also had a very icy relationship, again, thanks to modern healthcare. In the top 25 women announcement, they hosted a gala for the women. And amongst those top 25 women happened to be the CEO of the hospital where my husband's error took place. Fate is funny. So while at that gala, I went up to Linda and I introduced myself. And we chatted. And she expressed an interest to work with CAPS on what she said was her passion, and that was preventing diagnostic error. So I had an opportunity at my fingertips because I had been invited to deliver the keynote speech at a big national conference on diagnostic error in medicine. So I invited her to deliver that speech with me. And we began an email conversation. Here's part of an email. Well, Linda, this is from me to Linda. It is curious how life is all connected. I am grateful that modern healthcare reconnected us, and I think we have a rich opportunity at our fingertips to make a difference. I propose using Pat's story to bring a realness to the message. I'm not interested in blaming anyone, but just to demonstrate how easy it is for information to fall through the gaps, and that everyone has a role to play in assuring the communication of critical lab results. I know it must be uncomfortable to talk about past experiences at your hospital that resulted in a bad outcome. But as we know, the most successful, respected, and proactive hospitals are those who are courageous, honest, and willing to share lessons learned from systems failures so that others won't experience the same outcome. Proposing that you and I present together is admittedly new territory, but I am confident that we can offer a message together that the audience will hang on to. Do you know Jim Conway? He and I are working together on a few projects, and I wonder if we should reach out to him for guidance and suggestions. He blazed a new path for hospitals and patients after the Betsy Lehman event. Well, I contacted Jim. Jim chimed in on the conversation via email and gave us rich guidance. Jim, thank you, and you give me hope. So in the October 26th, the most recent Modern Healthcare article, it states, the hospital, this is Pat's hospital, has begun this year working with Sue Sheridan to discuss how to improve communications between doctors and patients. I mean, this happened 2 weeks ago. We were on the stage together for the first time, well, for the first time ever. They continue to say in the article, the patient voice is the most important in safety efforts. The hospital recently delivered a joint presentation with Sue Sheridan, with both giving their perspectives of what had happened in Pat Sheridan's case and how all sides could come together in the aftermath of an event. Immediate ongoing communication is key, said the hospital. Not answering a patient's questions up front puts up a wall. You need everyone at the table. I am hopeful. So I invite you to join me this evening in imagining a future where healthcare workers, leaders, CEOs, board members, and patients can combine our collective hard-won knowledge, our wisdom, our passion, and our courage to do what is right. And that is to co-create a healthcare system that is safe, compassionate, and just for all involved in healthcare. So what brings us all here tonight, besides Linda and an auction and great food and company? What brings me here is progress, is partnership, it's hope, it's passion, and an emerging global population of new heroes in healthcare that are a bunch of gutsy, feisty, unrelenting, savvy, committed change makers known as social entrepreneurs. They give me hope. What is a social entrepreneur? This is kind of a new phenomena, a new word, but social entrepreneurs are individuals with innovative solutions to society's most pressing social problems. They are ambitious and persistent, tackling major social issues and offering new ideas for wide-scale change. Rather than leaving social needs to the government or business sectors, Social entrepreneurs find what is not working and solve the problem by changing the system, spreading the solution, and persuading entire societies to take new leaps. Social entrepreneurs often seem to be possessed by their ideas, committing their lives and changing the direction of their field. They are both visionaries and ultimate realists. They're concerned with the practical implementation of their vision above all else. In other words, every leading social entrepreneur is a mass recruiter of local change makers, a role model proving that citizens who channel their passion into action can do just about anything. Social entrepreneurs identify resources where people only see problems. They view the villagers as the solution, not the passive beneficiary. The job of a social entrepreneur is to recognize when a part of society is stuck and provide new ways to get it unstuck. Social entrepreneurs are not content just to give a fish or teach how to fish. They will not rest until they have revolutionized the fishing industry. That was a quote by Bill Drayton, the CEO and chair and founder of Ashoka. This revolution is fundamentally changing the way society organizes itself and the way we approach social problems. I'm going to show you a video right now, and I'd like to introduce you to WHO's Patients for Patient Safety program and some of our global social entrepreneurs known as champions. So as you can see, we have many patient safety champions all over the world. We have over 200 champions now in 59 countries, and they are on fire. And so I envision massive change with them at our fingertips. So in closing, it has been remarkable to witness the evolution of patient safety over the past 10 years. I have met fearless, determined leaders with a bring-it-on mentality. I have also met those comfortable in the safety and shelter of the status quo. And I have met those just ripe, creative, and hopeful to take the leap into authentic, bold, quality, safe healthcare in partnership with patients. Nurture and nourish patients, patient groups, and social entrepreneurs with new, bold ideas. Cheer us on, like Linda said. Grow this phenomena. Open up and create pathways for them, and let's create the model that others want to replicate. Create partnerships never imagined before, and believe. It is a cheap and powerful tool. So returning to the question, what brings us here tonight? It is purpose, it is hope, it is healing, it is opportunity, it is passion, it is courage, it is collaboration, and it is change. So back to the return on imagination, the ROI. A reporter recently said to me, Mrs. Sheridan, you probably never ever imagined that you and 7 other mothers would change the standard of care in the United States and Canada in jaundice management. And my response to him was, oh yes, we did. So when you leave this event tonight, leave imagining that we indeed can accept the challenge of change, keep hope alive, and achieve the goals set before us. Let's be the mass recruiters of change makers, like Linda, like Patty, like Margaret, like Yolanta, like Robinia, like Jorge, like Nagua. Remember Jorge's favorite Chinese proverb that he said, many little people in many little places doing many little things can change the face of the world. So in honor of those who have died, those left disabled, our loved ones today, and the world's children yet to be born, we will strive for excellence so that all involved in healthcare are as safe as possible, as soon as possible. This is our pledge of partnership, and we are hopeful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sue.